Oh yeah, man, bad man things. Oh yeah, man. I'm only human, a flesh and blood. I am just a living human, born to make mistakes. And that is the main theme of this recap here. A lot of mistakes were made in predictions. Looking back at my video here, I did definitely get some right, but man, this was such a crazy card, honestly. Um, Much better than last card, much more entertaining. I may not agree with everything on this card, but this was a lot more entertaining. Definitely at least got the casuals popping and dropping. That was weird. Didn't mean to say that. But it was very entertaining for everyone, which is great. First fight, Alexia Thurneria wins. Again, kind of like I predicted. Why are you giving Bruno Brazil, who's coming off of 2 losses, to Alexia Thurneria? I don't know how to pronounce her name. She won round 3. I believe it was 30-27, something like that, against Bruna Brazil. As you can see, she was way ahead in the strikes. Gotta be honest, I didn't really watch it. I just knew it was a lock, all right? I just knew it was a lock. First leg on one of my 3-leg parlays, so I'll let you know how the rest of it turns out. Next one, moving up. I did predict Ricky Simone would win against Adrian Yanez. However, I think I remember saying Adrian Yanez, I think he's got the youthfulness. He's got that stuff in him. And he did really, really good. Honestly, he should have won this fight. Round 3 with 10-8, but they gave round 1 and 2 to Ricky Simone for some odd reason. Adrian Yanez just landed harder, better strikes, really busted up Ricky Simone's face. Honestly, when I saw Ricky Simone like this, I was like, Adrian Yanez is in for a little bit of a treat here. But Adrian Yanez looked really good, really great boxing. Again, just hit the better shots against Ricky Simone, and it's kind of a crazy robbery, honestly. Kind of a crazy robbery. And then we have like early stoppages this fight. I don't know. We'll get into that later. But yeah, really great job for Adrian Yanez. I hope they just consider this as like him, just basically like Adrian Yanez is still a prospect, man. He still should be considered. I think he should be given a chance to fight up even after this. I mean, it was a really great fight. Ricky Simone's a tough opponent, and Adrian Yanez did really good work against him. So, sucks to see that it ends in a draw, man. It really does. Especially after 2 years of coming back, you don't want to draw. So, hopefully, Adrian Yanez gets back in there soon. Navajo Sterling, moving on up to the next fight, gets it done. A little bit of a challenge at first, a very plotty kind of fight. Bruno Lopez was not liking the striking at all. Very much trying to hug Max against Navajo Sterling, and it just was not working. Great job on Navajo Sterling to break the grip, get off the back of the cage, go back to striking and taking him out, man. Made it look pretty not super easy. He struggled a little bit, but he did what he was supposed to do as a huge favorite like this. Seems like he had control the whole fight. There wasn't really any moment of high stress for Navajo Sterling in this fight. So, great job by him. I'd love to see him. He's 8-0 now in the light heavyweight division. I think you can start looking at those guys who are just outside that top 15 ranking, if not give them 15 or 14 or something like that. Wouldn't be a terrible idea. But yeah, anyways, Navajo Sterling gets it done. That was a pick I got right. I think I put, this was the second leg of my parlay, and then the last one was the main event, but we'll get to that later. Moving on up, Casey O'Neill becomes fucking Robbie Lawler out of nowhere and just KOs Gabriela Fernandez. Jesus, I was completely wrong when I was like, just look at the physiques, look at the shoulders and stuff like that. Casey O'Neill couldn't hurt a fly. I was totally proven wrong. Take back everything I say about Casey O'Neill. She gets it done, just punches and bunches against Gabriela Fernandez, and she goes down. Really surprising, honestly. Really surprising. The woman really showed out for this card. Like, just a little hint at what's going on later. But Casey O'Neill really showed out, man. It was pretty impressive. At flyweight, we don't have a whole lot of knockouts, especially by hand. So, great to see Casey O'Neill has some dangerous hands, and Gabriel Fernandez completely sold it, completely folded. All those muscles and all that training for nothing. I mean, not a good look. This is your career, you know. Casey O'Neill, she could go do other things if she really wanted to, but Gabriel Fernandez, come on now. All these muscles and all that, all that work, just to get fucking KO'd by her in round 1, crazy. Moving on up, Marcin Tybura, which is Tyrell Fortune. This was a really weird one. The woman, also, I don't know why. There's got to be something wrong with this real quick. The woman. Oh, it's fine. The woman, edit filters. Is there a filter on? The woman. Hello. I don't know why it is like this dark. Do I need to like move it up? The woman. I don't know. The woman's like slightly darker. I don't like it blending in. The woman. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Anyways, whatever. Stupid thing. Tyrell Fortune versus Marcin Tybura. First time ever, I think this is the first time ever they've announced. Like, I know Bruce Peppers accidentally announced the guy, and he's like, oh, my bad, it was actually this guy. They fully announced Marcin Tybura and raised his hand, and then they're like, hold on. 1 second, I apologize. Winner's Tyrell Fortune, 30-27. I mean, pretty crazy, true, when you look at the strikes. Marcin Tybura was up on strikes, but Fortune was just ragdolling him on a lot of points, or a lot of rounds, doing his thing. Honestly, like, Marcin Tybura, like, really showed that he's... How did you get to number 8, bro? I mean, heavyweight division is just completely in shambles. Every time we get a new prospect in here to fight a ranked guy, we learn more and more that the heavyweight division is in shambles. Marcin Tybura, like, bro, where's your hands at? Either one of these guys, it's like, bro, come on, let's see some hands, let's see some explosive energy. It looked very slow, very plotty. Tyrell Fortune did get some takedowns in and stuff, so props to him for getting the job done. Marcin Tybura, I guess, just didn't want to bat it up. And Tyrell Fortune doesn't look completely blobby, you know. He actually has somewhat of a decent build. Marcin Tybura, bro, we're going to have to cinch down the rankings. You're going to be fighting Tai Tuivasa probably, and you'll probably beat him. So, yeah. Anyways, I got this one wrong. I said Marcin Tybura was going to blob Max. Tyrell Fortune came in and got the job done. Good for him. Moving on up. Chase Hooper, man. I said it too in my prediction video. Chase Hooper, his strike is terrible. It is so bad, man. It is so bad. Like, his shoulders just don't have any sort of like pop in them. Like, you know, when you look at it, you look at the difference between shoulders and like different builds and stuff like that, you can just tell like someone has a little bit more pop in their shot, a little bit more, you know, build, you know, to them. Chase Hooper is seems just very fucking frail. And the way he eats shots too is just terrible. When he eats shots, it looks like he's you're breaking him down whenever he eats a shot. Like, it's not a good look. It really isn't. I'm almost thinking Chase Hooper, I'm itching my ear. Quick. I'm almost thinking he should go down to featherweight. Like, is he struggling to make 155? If he is, cool, stay at 155. But dude, he almost needs to be a big size at like 145 and like kind of grapple like Aljo, because like, striking wise, he's not going to be doing good against these 155ers. These 155ers are going to continue to take Chase Hooper's head off. until he really like sits down on the I'm gonna make striking my number one, because the grappling's there, man. Kid's got good grappling, but the woman, he really should just sit down a full camp, or maybe just not even have a fight schedule. Just sit down for a couple months and just work on striking, because I mean, it just looks terrible. It really does. And Lance Gibson Jr. isn't even that big of a striker either. And that's the thing too, is like this guy isn't even the top of the lightweight division. I think this is his second fight in the UFC. His last fight was a split against Bobby Green, I believe. So not a good look for Chase Hooper. Maybe we go down to 145. He's a bit frail for 155, and he just doesn't look good for Chase Hooper. He looks like a victim a little bit sometimes out there, and I hate to see that. But anyways, moving on up. The woman, Ignacio Bahamondes, Tofik Musayev. Let's just mention right here, this dude is like, that's such a cheating fucking rat little fuck. I mean, holy shit. Grabbing fence, headbutting. I mean, it is crazy that we got, Evloev getting a point taken off for a kick to the crotch that was like really not intentional at all. Only his second time doing it. This motherfucker grabbing the cage multiple times, being dirty on the bottom. I mean, I hope they don't reward Tofik Musayev in any sort of way. I think Ignacio was 13 or 14 or something like that in the rankings. Don't even rank Tofik Musayev after that. That was fucking just fully dirty. We don't need him in the UFC doing this shit. Really gross showing from Azerbaijan. Ignacio Bahamondes, he was doing good. He got really beat up by the ground and pound though, and there's just a lot of moments taking advantage of him because of cheating from Tofik Musayev. So, fucking Musayev, acting like he's just fucking won a championship belt after that fight. Fuck you, bro. Like, clear, blatant showings of cheatings and headbutting, and the ref does nothing. Why can't they just look back and be like, all right, it showed that he was obviously cheating. We're taking a point away because you cheated in multiple positions that Ignacio Bahamondes was like getting favored in, Grabbing the cage is one of those things where they should be able to look back at past footage and say, hey, man, you grabbed show it on the big screen, show it to the fighter, be like, hey, you grabbed the cage multiple times, we're taking a point away. And there'll be no backlash. Fighter would be like, okay, I understand, like, to grab the cage, shouldn't do that. No one should be grabbing the cage, accidentally or not. Even if you are grabbing it accidentally, a point should be taken away. I understand it's hard not to like brace yourself, but at the same time too, I mean, this was just a lot of blatant cage grabbing. Good job to Tofik Musayev, I guess, moves up. I think this was his debut, so not terrible debut beating Ignacio Bahamondes, but I hope Ignacio Bahamondes, he took a lot of damage, so I hope he's okay. I hope he gets back in there fast and gets a win. Moving on up, this was somewhat predictable. Terrence McKinney was plus 100 for round 1 KO, so I made a little bit of money off that. I mean, he came in and he folded it. He folded Kyle Nelson up just like laundry. 24 seconds. Man, I think it was I forget what it was the odds on time betting, because you can do how much time it is going to end in the round or whatever. Terrence McKinney in 24 seconds. Really great. He's known for doing this. So the fact that it was plus 100, it was a little bit easy money. And Kyle Nelson is just one of those guys, it's just like, he's all right, but like, very chinnable, very hittable. He's not a fast starter kind of guy. He's a guy that works himself into the rounds, and Terrence McKinney is the complete opposite. He is I will kill you in this first minute, and if I don't, it's kind of low-key. It's like a better version of what's his face? Trying to think of the big guy. Fuck, I forget his name. That big ass dude from Pride, that big ass black dude from Pride, that was just like, oh yeah, Bob Sapp. He's like a way better version of Bob Sapp, or he could probably last a little bit longer than a minute. But it was like Bob Sapp gave everything he had in the first minute. If he didn't kill you, then like he was done for. But Terrence McKinney doing his thing, literally landed just like 2 or 3 strikes on Kyle Nelson, and then Kyle Nelson was like, oh, okay, that's it. And just covered up, and it was it. Terrence McKinney round 1. Little $10 turn you into $20. Thank you, Terrence. Appreciate that. I hope they keep feeding you fights like this where you can keep getting round 1 finishes. But obviously they're gonna move up Terrence McKinney to a tougher test in the lightweight division. I would like to see Terrence unironically go past round 1, get in round 2, round 3. But we'll see. Anyways, moving up, I think I got this one wrong too. I think I chose Mansour Abdul-Malik win this fight, even though they're giving a lot of hands. I had no idea about the background of UFC Balagaroui, and I guess that's my fault, because if I did, then I probably would end up choosing him for knowing that he went multiple kickboxing fights with Alex Pereira. I mean, even if you lose those, the experience is just insane to have that. Well, I guess not if you're Izzy. Terrible. He was just in control the whole time. Bro's got great range with his neck. This is either going to be his detriment or he's going to keep using it to his advantage. But his tall, lengthy, long ab body, you know, bro got the stick figure build, and he's using it to his advantage against Mansour Abdul-Malik. Leg kicks are on point. Mansour Abdul-Malik, I mean, he just wasn't. Unfortunately, when you're given favors by the UFC of getting to destroy cans, I mean, for these matchups and stuff, like, it kind of set him back a little bit, to be completely honest with you. Kind of did. Having these fights where, I don't know why the fuck, right? Stupid shit. Why is my camera being like this? What the fuck? The woman, follow me. Yes, up here. Stupid. The woman. I can't believe I have to do this with my stupid ass camera. Anyways, refocus back on me. I hope I have to look back, because I'm just in a towel right now. So I hope you don't see it. But anyways, UFC Balagaroui is fought with Alex Pereira. Did pretty well against him despite getting KO'd. He's dangerous, long, lengthy, stick figure ab build at 185. And Mansour Abdul-Malik is just not giving any. I mean, he's given favors by the UFC, but at the hindsight, it's not good. It's like he's a kid that's gotten to eat his dessert a lot, and he hasn't been, now it's time to eat the vegetables, and it's like, I don't want to eat the vegetables, no. And it's like, you have to. He's here. Long, lengthy, reachy, hard matchup for you, you know. A lot of fighters end up having to get that at the beginning of the UFC career and have to learn from it and shit. But Mansour Abdul-Malik was given, here's a layup fight. Here's Cody Brundage, you know, like. So, I don't know. It should have been a little bit like, I should have done some more research on UFC Balagaroui. That's he could have been a lock on an underdog parlay. Like I was unironically thinking last minute, I was like, let me do Lance Gibson Jr. and like UFC Balagaroui. It's a two leg parlay. I think that would be pretty good. There's some good underdogs. But that is neither here nor there. We learn and we move on. But anyways, going on to the next one, Juliana Rosa. Lined out by Lorraine Douglas. I think I picked Juliana Rosa for like a fraud check, but I gotta be honest, man. Lorraine Douglas's hands just had other plans, and just slimed out Juliana Rosa, man. He's got really dangerous hands for featherweight. I like really heavy hands. Again, first couple of strikes, I thought Juliana Rosa might have a moment where he's like, oh, well, what if he leans back against Lorraine and knocks him out? Nope. Lorraine Douglas just had that in control the whole time. It looked a little bit like a brawl at first, but then Lorraine took it over, and Juliana Rosa he got slimed out. He got murked up, Juliana Rosa, who's someone who normally fraud checks guys like this, I feel like. So, that kind of crazy. He was the favorite, I believe, but this was kind of like an underdog, like, come on, he's a UFC veteran. We should all know better. Like, he's going to fraud check this guy coming into the UFC. 13-5. Not the best record, honestly, but, you know, he's here now, and he's KOing and TKOing people. So I'm excited to see who they match him up against next. Hopefully a striker that can take some better punches, and throw back a little bit more with Ryan Douglas, because this was pretty quick, honestly. So poor Juliana Rosa gets slammed out by Lorraine Douglas. Moving on up. I know. I said Nico Price was plus 600. It'd be stupid not to put money on him, but at least they're both out of the UFC now. We got a package here. So not only do we get Michael Chiesa out of the UFC, we also get Nico Price. Good riddance. Get both of them out of here. Fucking Nico Price, bro. I swear. I think he got paid. I think he's getting paid to lose these fights. And Roblox in Minecraft. I think he sets the. I'm just kidding. But on a real note, like it looks like that. It really does. Like he's like, oh no, Michael Chiesa, here's my neck. Oh, stop! It's not even locked in. Oh. Like, come on, fucking hell, bro. I was hoping for Michael Chiesa takes down Nico Price, and then Nico Price goes like, hammer fist Michael Chiesa from the back and just fucking knocks him out. But then Michael Chiesa gets it done. Man, what a fucking awesome career you had, Michael Chiesa. Let's look back at it a little bit. You really fought some top and surging contenders. Ferguson, wow. Griffin, wow. McKee, wow. Price, wow, man. Just really moving up on the rankings here, as you can see. Fucking, like, they made him fight two young contenders, and then he was like, no, I don't want to do that. They should have given him, like, some fucking I don't like you saying this, but they need to give him, like, some African, like, prospect, like fucking Teba Gutierrez. I know this is welterweight, but I think welterweight, there's always one out there. We just need a heavy hitter. That should have been Mike Chiesa's retirement fight. I don't know why they don't do that. They give Anthony Smith fucking that Chinese guy, and that Chinese guy fucked him up bad for his retirement fight. Like, why are we giving these retiring guys easy layup fights? Terrible, absolutely terrible. I'm making an apology. I'm gonna make an apology for the Nico Price prediction. I'm making it a little short and be like, look, I'm sorry about Nico Price, but I had no idea he'd be that much of a sellout. Honestly, just tap. Fucking not. Barely locked in. Didn't even fight it. Just oh god. Like, and then he retires too, which is kind of good, because it's like, if you're losing to Mike Chiesa, I think Nico Price is like on a 4 or 3 fight losing streak too. Yeah, I mean, he has not been having a good time. He's on a 4 fight or 1, 2, 3, 4 fight losing streak. Yeah, he's done. Goodbye, Nico Price. The woman. Nico Price, happy to put it on the line. Obviously not. Obviously fucking not. I was thinking vintage Nico Price, first round surprise knockout, $5 turns it into 35. Let's go, baby. But yeah, rough, really rough. Michael Chiesa gets it done. You're welcome, by the way. You're welcome, Michael Chiesa. You're welcome. Moving on up, Alexa Grasso slimes out Macy Barber bad, really fucking bad. Probably one of the most brutal women finishes in the UFC. 1-2 down the pipe, connects on Macy Barber's chin. She, like, falls where she's, like, doing almost like a squat kind of deal, where one leg's out, and then she's, like, squatting with the other one. And then Alexa Grasso just teleports behind her back, pretty much, locks in a choke and starts choking her out. And the ref's like, stop. Damn, she's already done for it. And she's, like, choking her out, and she's like, poor Macy Barber. She got slammed out real bad. I was not expecting this at all. I believe I picked Macy Barber. A lot of people are picking Macy Barber. She was the favorite coming into this fight. Alexa Grasso's last couple of performances were stinky, but for her to do this against Macy Barber was pretty crazy. I mean, Macy Barber too was kind of putting it out there for it to happen a little bit, coming in, full on. She wanted to throw hands with Alexa Grasso, and she got what she wished for. Alexa Grasso, she ain't no joke on the feet. Ain't no joke. Fucking 1-2 directly down the pipe on Macy Barber, just fucking, and then got behind her and started choking her out. And after she choked her out, she rolled over, and I thought she was dead. She's like, the woman just laid out like Jesus, fucking crucifixed on the ground, just completely laid out for like 2 to 3 minutes. And Alexa Grasso was just standing over, just like, I'm so sorry. But yeah, no, crazy good win for Alexa Grasso. That's honestly, the UFC loves that. They're gonna love to put that on. Alexa Grasso gonna be challenging for the belt now. I mean, I don't care who else is at flyweight. Silva, fuck her. Who cares? Alexa Grasso is here. She deserves to fight for the belt now, especially after getting a crazy KO like that. Like, come on, man. Come on. The women really showed up this card, except for maybe this fight. But for the most part, 2 out of the 30 women's fights were really good. Like, that, okay, UFC bringing it on. I see. Anyways, moving on up. Another one I got wrong. Izzy Adesanya. Joe Pyfer. Ugh. He gets it done. What can I say? He gets it done. Israel's, again, it's unfortunately with Israel Adesanya's downfall, it's a weird thing where it's like, he's looking really good. Oh man, he hurts Joe Pyfer with the knee up the like straight onto Joe Pyfer's neck / shin area. I thought he had him hurt. I thought Joe Pyfer was a lot more hurt. He looked a lot more broken for this fight than I initially thought. But yeah, Izzy, man, grappling. Ugh. Man. The woman sucks to see, man. Hate to see it. Izzy taken down. Unfortunately, he's not that much of a grappler, is he? I mean, he has really great takedown defense, but once you do break that, and you do break his hips, and you get past that, get on top of him, he is very susceptible to getting finished. And Joe Pyfer knew that, stuck to his game plan, I think he knew after the first round, he's like, okay, I do not want to do this anymore. Takes down Izzy and TKOs him. Just ground and pound. Unfortunately, Izzy can't do much against that. I would like to see Izzy hang it up. He is on a 4-fight losing streak. The woman, who else should fight at middleweight? Maybe MVP can jump up and give Izzy a fight. But I don't know. Shara Bullet versus Israel Adesanya is a very real prospect now as a main card opener for like UFC Abu Dhabi. It really is, and really tough. Tough for Israel Adesanya. I wanted to see him win. I wanted to see him get his flow back, his mojo. But Joe Pyfer does his thing. Joe Pyfer showing that he's smart. He has some IQ at middleweight, which is a good thing. And now he's number 4, which is crazy. Crazy he's number 4 right now. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. The woman, Mavov is in front of him, and then, or maybe Kyle, is it? I'd like to see Joe Pyfer versus Kyle Barajo. I think that's the next fight to make as far as Joe Pyfer's career goes. Israel Adesanya, I don't want to see him fight in the UFC anymore, at least. I think he should try out free agency. But he said he wants to keep fighting. Who knows? Maybe they match him up against a Can or something. I think he could be Sharamagomedov if he just keeps it just striking, but man, Israel Adesanya is showing a lot of weakness on the ground. Really needs to tighten that up if he's going to continue fighting in the UFC. So, sucks to see, but yeah. Overall, really good card. I'd give this card like a 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Thinking more on that 8 out of 10-ish, 7 out of, more like 7.5 out of 10. Just because there's a couple, like, this was a robbery. This was crazy as far as decision goes. This was a fumble. They should have basically punished this guy for cheating. This was crazy. This was disappointing for me personally. That's why I guess if you're a big Michael Chiesa fan, this card will be ranked a lot higher for you. But yeah, anyways, overall, pretty decent card. A lot better than the last card. Holy shit. Much better improvement over the last card. So, yeah, looking forward to the next one. Hope you guys have a great day. See ya later.